Ayurveda essentially means science of life. What has happened over the last few years is that increasingly, world over, including in India and including in Pune, the limits and limitations of allopathy are increasingly becoming apparent. And with the limitations of allopathy becoming increasingly apparent, we are turning back, we're going back to what we already had. And we have had a great tradition of Ayurveda, and we are going back. If you look around the world in the medical field, if you look around the world, there are two strong trends, undercurrents that you see today. One is going back to nature, and second is integrated medicine. These are the two trends which are dominating the medical thinking all over the world, because there are limitations of each of systems are being increasingly apparent, and people are turning back to the tradition, turning back to nature or traditional medicines, including Ayurveda, and generally the Ayush, the Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. These are getting a renewed attention. Under these circumstances, when there was the first global Congress in Koshi, significant progress has been made after that. This event is a historic event now to have this second event, the Second World Ayurveda Congress, which is going to build on our core competencies and decide how to go forward. That is the purpose of this particular Congress and the Grand Expo that has been organized. Why has the University of Pune taken initiative in this? The reasons are very clear. As was mentioned by some of the speakers earlier, Pune University has been a home for Ayurveda for many years, and it has a long tradition of Ayurveda. In any case, Pune University is a leading university in the world with 530,000 students going to this university and 53 different departments. And we have had this traditional excellence in many areas. And Ayurveda, I'm very happy and proud to say that we have maintained the tradition of excellence that we have had in Ayurveda. Pune University and the region around has several Ayurveda colleges, and Pune University is the one which had the first full-fledged Ayurveda department among all the universities in our country. So we have had this tradition, and mention was also made of so many great Vaidyas who have been there in Pune for a very long time. What has happened is that we have standardized, and it comes to me as a no surprise that if you look around in every university, wherever Ayurveda is taught, most of the graduates have come from Pune University. Now, so Pune University does have this tradition of excellence in Ayurveda, and therefore there couldn't have been a better place than University of Pune to hold this Ayurveda Congress. What is being sought to be achieved in this Congress? There are a number of things which we are going to achieve through this conference this Congress. First, of course, is creating Ayurveda awareness about Ayurveda. In Marathi, I must speak a little bit, at least in Marathi. तुझे आहे तुझं पाशी असं आपण जे म्हणतो, जे आपल्याकडे होतं, जे आपल्याला माहित नव्हतं किंवा त्याची पुरेशी जाणीव आपल्याला नव्हती, त्याची जाणीव आपल्याला स्वतःला करून घेणं, to create awareness about Ayurveda, that's one of the objectives. Second one, that this conference is going to provide a forum for interaction of all the leading scholars in this area. They will come together. There are 3,000 delegates are expected. So experts in this area are going to come together, national as well as from abroad, and there would be interaction between these experts, which would I think would pave the way for greater professional excellence as we go along. It would also make it would also involve a major step, a quantum leap in terms of integrated medicine. We are not looking at traditional medicines necessarily as an alternative to allopathy. What we are looking at is how these two can coexist and peacefully integrate with each other, can act as supplements of each other. One is not talking about A versus B. One is talking about how do we combine the traditional methods of excellence with allopathy and other systems to create an integrated system which would be economically a low-cost one and more effective one. So that is going to be one of the purposes that this conference is going to serve. And the expo in particular, the expo which has 350 stalls, and we are going to visit that now. Expo is going to be a basis for interaction with people, with demonstration in the traditional elements as well as the newer elements in terms of blood pressure or nervous pressure or the kind of new ailments that we see with the pace of life being what they are, the pace of life changing the way it is. And therefore, putting it all together, I think this historic event is going to make a quantum leap in terms of globalization of Ayurveda, globalization of Siddha, globalization of Unani, and generally globalization of Indian medicine. We are, sir, truly delighted to have you here for this conference, for this Congress, and your presence here today is the strongest signal that can possibly be given to the rest of the world that about our commitment towards Ayurveda, about our commitment to Ayush at large, and commitment to the traditional system of medicine. As we all know, we as a country are poised to make a transition towards becoming a global superpower. The Honorable President has given us the dream of achieving the status of a global power in next 15 or 20 years. While we are in this transitional field, what we need to do is to build on our core competencies, revisit them, build our core competencies, and move on to get our own place of pride in the Committee of Nations. And Ayurveda would be one opportunity for country as a whole to build on. And I think, sir, your coming here is not only giving a strong signal, but with your leadership that the rest of the country is expecting in this field, your sense of professionalism, your sense of dedication, and the initiatives that you have taken, we all feel, and the rest of the country feels, that if we are grateful to you for having taken initiative and offered the leadership in this particular field, and we are really looking forward to your leadership in making Ayurveda really go global and India achieving its place of pride in the Committee of Nations. I want to thank you, sir. It's a great signal, and the fact that you have taken time out from your excruciatingly busy schedule to come here and share your thoughts with all of us, it's something which we feel grateful about, and we expect your continued leadership, guidance, and under which we will achieve the position of excellence and place of pride for India as a nation in the field of Ayurveda in the years to come. Thank you very much.